too much, how you gonna feel? And she's controlling a certain narrative and a certain aspect in both of y'all lives in which it might affect you more than it might affect her.
It wouldn't affect me. I just go do it somewhere else.
Okay.
Hey, I don't believe a woman should do that.
Let's be honest though. Tell the truth. You are affected by it. Now, you have
most
to be
definitely.
honest. Thank you.
It would mess with
he
my
asked
psyche.
you that.
Yeah.
You just said no, I wouldn't be. Hey, it's your girl Cree21 Boom coming back at you with 3 Sides Podcast. Got my co-host here, and today we're going to talk about what do men really want? Do they want peace or control? What do you think, sir?
I believe we should have both and want both, but men are hardwired to be in control. It's in my opinion. I know you probably don't feel that way. I don't know if Sean feel that way being a man also, but it's in our nature. Just like in the animal kingdom, males always want to dominate. They want control for food. They want control for mating. They want control for financial reasons. But men, I believe that it's in us. Not all men are like that or dominant in that way. Some men act submissive and feminine like a woman, but I believe that a man. Why is that funny? They do. You don't.
You know
so?
Because you can. So who can you control?
Who can I control?
Yes.
I can control me and my children.
You think you can control your children?
Yes.
Well then,
I know I can.
I think one of them bought a motorcycle against your wishes. Did you have any control over that?
She's grown. I didn't have any
Well then
control
you
over it.
clearly can't control. Audience, y'all hear it.
Hold on,
y'all
hold
see
on.
it.
Hold
I
on.
just want Rico to believe it.
I
Who
understand.
can you control
It was a contradiction.
wholeheartedly?
Okay, myself.
Thank you. That's it. The end. You cannot. I mean, you really do need to come to terms with
What?
men or women, because control is in all of us. All of us have that. We all can have that or desire that, but it's not embedded where you don't have no control over yourself to say, I have to have this control, the way you're trying to make it for men in the animal kingdom. There are some males that don't want that. They want to just lay back and enjoy the ride. So not all men clearly want control.
No, you're right. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I want peace, and here's why. What both of y'all just said is certain aspects in the man or the woman or however your relationship go, in which you will have some form of control. And that's for both sides. But overall, for me, I want peace. I want you to reciprocate that peace. I want you, like, if I'm going to be the leader, I want you to be peaceful. I want you to be emotionally stable. I want you to be financially stable, mentally, spiritually. So in regards to that, I need to be at a decent level. Of course, I'm not going to always be at this top-notch level, but I've also came into terms with who I am, that I have to learn how to control my emotions for the most part. I'm going to have my slip-ups, but at the same time, I can't let you basically see me break down every single day for the rest of my life and thinking that you won't basically be peaceful for me.
You know what? You said something that was huge over there. I heard it, but I'm going to say it again. Men set the tone for relationships, whether you know it or not. Y'all set the tone for relationships. So if you come home in peace, your woman should reciprocate that peace. If you come home and you angry and you tossing things up, you automatically throwing us off, and we don't know how to act. And I'm saying we, but most of the time the woman don't know how to act because she follows the man's lead. In my opinion, what do y'all think?
And for me, women, they don't always follow the man's lead. Like, that is a form of control. You said that men, we set the tone for the relationships, right? That's a form of control. We're controlling you. You don't believe so? You said that.
So go ahead, Sean.
You see how you said that's a form, but not like complete control.
Thank you.
So so basically, let's say your wife, you ain't getting none for 2 months. How you gonna feel? And she's controlling a certain narrative and a certain aspect in both of y'all lives in which it might affect you more than it might affect her.
It wouldn't affect me. I just go do it somewhere else.
Okay.
Hey, I don't believe a woman should do that.
Let's be honest though. Tell the truth. You are affected by it. Now, you have
most
to be
definitely.
honest. Thank you.
It would mess with
he
my
asked
psyche.
you that.
Yeah.
You just said no. I wouldn't be affected. I'll get it somewhere else. But you're still affected because we're talking about your wife.
Yeah, because I want to know why. Like, that's how it would affect me. Like, why is she acting this way? What is going on? What did I do?
The point was that's a form of control. It's not complete control. So men absolutely, they lead it. They set the tone for relationships, because we can't be in a relationship with you if you don't agree to be in one with us, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And so, in regards to what you said earlier, I have a slight disagreement with it. And it's only because I have multiple examples of basically I can be very peaceful, but as soon as somebody come vent to me, they're basically throwing all their emotions, their anger and everything on me, even though like it might be in a point of expression. It's still a matter of, at the end of every conversation, if I ask one question that's wrong, you finna lash out just for me asking a question to try to get an understanding of what you're venting about. And so sometimes, not in every case, you could be the leader, you can set the tone, but sometimes in certain situations it won't matter.
I agree. Sometimes women and men can become out of control. What did you disagree with though?
Oh no, it was just in regards to basically what you said earlier about us setting the tone. It was like it set the tone in a complete stance, just like how he's saying control in a complete
okay,
stance.
I see what you're saying. But yeah, we as a people can be out of control. Some of us walking around like ticking time bombs, just waiting for somebody to say the wrong thing, and then we're gonna explode. So let me ask this question: is your idea, or the male's idea of peace, does that mean that he doesn't want to deal with the hard conversations?
Oh no, I wouldn't think that. In my opinion, I prefer open communication, whether they're a tough conversation, a hard question, or it's uncomfortable. I believe uncomfortable moments builds character and makes the relationship stronger. I have a question for you. Why is it that with a majority of women, I'm not necessarily saying you, they don't want to admit that they want a man to, they don't want a man to be in control? Why is that?
What's the
They don't want a man in control. Like, women will say, can't no man tell me nothing. A man can't do this.
So I'd be inclined to believe that a certain type of man can and will tell whoever said that a man can't tell me anything.
You're right.
It's just not any old man gonna be able to tell her something or anything. So that's why they get that whole thing about how the men, women want you, they don't want you out of their league, and the men that you don't want, they all in your inbox and you ignoring them. So it's like it's always an imbalance of that. What do you think, Sean?
I feel like it's also a line between control and insecurities. So some people will throw that insecure word around just to try to like fit their benefit, instead of just saying, hey, he just wants me to respect myself, or she just wants me to respect myself in a certain manner. But no, I'm going to call them insecure and controlling just because of the simple fact it's not what I specifically like, instead of coming up with a proper compromise for this said relationship.
I think, for as my opinion, that the way that I am with, whether it's with Kim or my children or the things, she say I treat them and move them around like I was in the military. Well, I used to, but I don't do that anymore. So it's embedded in me with a lot of the things that I say. I know you definitely don't agree with some of the things I say, because I'm definitely pro men, because I am a man, of course. But I just believe, I was raised by my grandfather, and you, just like you said, the man sets the tone for the relationship. And I just believe that in that relationship, the man should be in control. I'm not saying total control, but he should dictate the actions of what that man and woman are going to do, in my opinion. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Dang, I kind of blanked out on some of that. But I really did, because I had my question in my head, because I was going to ask y'all, do y'all feel challenged? Like, what makes a woman... I'm sorry, go back to what you asked me, if I agree, because I was thinking in my head what I was going to ask y'all. It happens. It just happened.
I was, damn, I forgot what I asked.
Ooh, the thoughts expired. We're going to put this on bloopers.
No, you forgot your thought too. No, I think I asked you, what did I ask you?
Wow, that is
crazy. Can we rewind that? They going to take this out. But
I'm going to
go on to the next question, Chris.
All right, is peace sometimes saying don't challenge me? Like, what does a woman challenging y'all look like? Because I've heard that a lot. Like, a man don't want to be challenged by a woman.
No, I believe a woman speaks life into the man. The woman has the ability to uplift that man and make him do whatever. A man's ego is huge, but it's fragile. So if the woman talks down to him, he ain't gonna go out and get it. But if it's a low confidence man, and long as his woman is in his corner, I think he'll be all right.
Can you tell me about a time that you felt challenged by a woman? I'm really trying to get an idea what that looks like. And I'm not talking about physical
Challenged
violence.
by? No, I know. No, well, with Kim, when I was coming out of high school, I thought my life was supposed to go one way, which wasn't a good way. But she basically challenged me that I could do better, and saying you can do better. You just have to want to. We should leave, and we did. And so she challenged me, and I became better because I actually thought I was going to die young and end up in prison. So she challenged me to do better.
That's a great example of it being about love and not about your ego. Because a lot of men look at it as an ego. Sean, do you know a time where you felt challenged by a woman?
When a woman starts to yell at me, or basically like that goes for any woman, just because of the simple fact I don't really yell, I don't really argue. So if you ask me a simple question, I don't think that's challenging at all. I feel like it might be the tone that you're like basically saying in, or your mannerisms that also plays a part. And I feel like that can be one of the only ways you could potentially challenge me, just because I'm very calm. I take time in which what I'm gonna say to make sure I don't offend anybody. So your words probably won't even challenge me. So,
do you have a problem with a man being in control? That's what I asked you.
Did you ask me that?
Yeah, I didn't ask it in that way, but that was the gist of it.
So I'm like Sean. I want peace, right? Whatever brings about peace. So say for example, I chose you to be my man, right? Peace, what peace looks like to me is me being able to express myself, especially if I'm talking to you like this and you hearing me out and receiving it. Now, me personally, if you tell me you have a problem with something, I'm going to try to fix it because I want the betterment of our relationship. And if I tell you I have a problem with something and you just ignore me, or whatever, woman, me, don't hear me out, don't take it under consideration, then I don't feel peaceful, because internally I'm like, damn, he not even hearing me. He's not listening to me. He don't respect me. So why should I even do what he needs to be done?
I can relate to that. For me, peace is not being nagged or constantly bothered.
So what does nagging look like? Because
complaining about small things, any and everything. Like, I'm a free spirit. I like to do whatever I want, whenever I want, and sometimes I just want to be left alone. So you don't think that that's okay?
Well,
if you're in a relationship?
Sean said something earlier to the point where, okay, so say for example, you want to be left alone. What if she wants to be bothered?
Oh, wow. That's a
compromise.
Yeah. Where is the medium? Where is it?
Oh, wow. I guess because if you're in a relationship, you just have to be bothered if that person needs to talk with you.
You would think you have to be. But guess what some people do? What they want to do. And that's not be bothered.
You're right.
For the situation you just said, I feel like it's situational. And this gonna be one of my last takes on this. I feel like it's situational, because if a family member just died and I'm grieving, give me a little peace. But if it's like a normal day, I might just go ahead, just let you bother me or whatever, just and kind of just be that compromise in that standpoint, just to kind of make sure you're not mad. I'm probably gonna be content with whatever you're doing, as long as we're just keeping it moving. It's smooth sailing and we're working together. That's all I pretty much want.
All right, well, that's gonna be it for Three Sides today, and we're gonna take it to the streets and see what the streets thinks another day. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Might be today.